Hey, this is Christian Buckley, and I am here with Bill, Naomi, and Stephen talking about SharePoint Conference North America. And Bill, why don't you give us a background on the conference?
Yeah, so great. So SharePoint Conference North America is an event that runs May 19th through May 23rd. It's a collaborative effort between Microsoft, ourselves, and the SharePoint OneDrive team, as well as a events producer that people are probably familiar with, who's produced events such as Dev Intersection and SP Intersection. And the dates themselves, again, May 19th through the 23rd. So we kick off the conference on a Saturday. We've got a ton of pre-conference workshops. And then midway through that, during the week, Monday through Wednesday, we have a great array of sessions across OneDrive, SharePoint, Yammer, Microsoft Teams, and more. And then we conclude the week on Thursday with even more workshops. So the workshops are a great opportunity to go deep in technology, get the latest announcements, as well as a hands-on experience, both before and after the event itself. And then obviously during the event, you have over 140 sessions Monday through Wednesday across the various technologies that comprise Office 365, Microsoft 365.
And there's a ton of stuff going on, I know, in around community as well. I mean, we're going to be talking about it in future episodes of this video series. And so, leading up to the event, we'll be talking about a lot of what's happening on the floors, like above the expo hall, in the expo hall, around that. But as far as other topics and content, I know Steve and Naomi, you guys have a lot of stuff that you're talking about, sessions that you're doing and that you're helping organize as part of the event. Why don't you tell us about some of those topics?
Yeah, sure. I'm excited because we've now organized a OneDrive pre-day. Our goal is to not only talk about what's new and what's coming, but really hear from some of our experts. So we have a program called Microsoft OneDrive Experts, which is MVPs and MCTs in the industry. So we're going to cover deep dive deployment, PowerShell and Flow usage. We're going to get into hearing from a customer who's deployed to the Department of Defense and how they got them to do that. And two of our MCTs are going to talk about how to build out a training program and manage change management. So we're really looking at a whole sort of from start to finish, how can I do this and bring it together? And it's great because those sessions are very strong by themselves, but together it creates a really great experience for those folks doing it. In addition, we have so many great speakers, great sessions where we're going to cover not only what's new and coming, but chances to give feedback. We have an unplugged session where you'll have the availability to give feedback directly to our engineering team and hear from those folks. So it's a great way for people to really engage with us, engage with our engineering teams because they're coming en masse, and really, help us to understand how we can build the best product for you folks. Naomi?
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. So we are super excited about the idea around this community, as well as having a lot of the Microsoft content there. So as Stephen was mentioning, it's really thinking about, we want to get to that practical level and understanding, there's a lot of sessions there from our MVPs, as well as what we're doing from a product team perspective. I think some of the things that I'm most personally excited about, I can't talk about, which is so frustrating. So we have some really, really, really cool stuff coming for the May event. But the other pieces that I will be talking about that I can mention right here, we'll be talking more about our search and discovery pieces across the whole of the Microsoft graph. And so we're really seeing that sort of progression, I think, both with SharePoint and with OneDrive and the other technologies as these things really are integrating into the whole of Microsoft 365. And so thinking about all of the different capabilities and how those are actually coming together. So we'll have some really cool announcements around that, and especially in the search and discovery area and what's coming next in that platform. We're also going to talk about how we're integrating in other sort of thinking about the ways that we use the graph more generally. And so we'll look at some impact around things like Power BI and SharePoint working together. We'll also be talking about how we can do better corporate communications. So we'll be looking at things like the suggested news that you have in SharePoint Home that you're familiar with now. How is that going to work in the future, maybe with some of our broadcasting capabilities? How is that going to work with our Yammer connections in terms of how we can have better leadership scenarios and leading those communities of practice and interest? So there's sort of really that emphasis around integration and looking at it kind of across the whole stack. And I think that's kind of the most important part, right? It's really thinking about, it's not just SharePoint as a technology that we know and love and obviously adore, as well as from the OneDrive perspective too, but it's like, how do we actually integrate all of this stuff together, and how do we actually have an even better solution across what we're doing with Microsoft 365?
So I'm excited because we're going to be able to announce, and of course that and that other, you know, the one that folks have really been asking for. That. So I can't wait to share that with
It's
everybody.
going to be so exciting.
Well, I have to say that it is, yeah, for Naomi, and great points about it's the practical application of the technologies. It's not about learning, you know, in depth around a siloed solution, but how those pieces come together. And for those that have never attended a SharePoint conference, I mean, it's exciting to have this much content, this many experts from across Microsoft and around the community, around the world, bringing all these speakers and experts. It is a fantastic place to go and ask questions, to network, and to really deep dive into these different areas, and to see where organizations and partners have been successful with these solutions.
And it's Las Vegas in May, so it's not like being there and standing on the face of the sun. It's actually quite pleasant that time of year. So if you need to take a little break and go sit in the pool and have a cocktail, awesome, so that you're ready for the next session and ready to take in more. So that's always a nice thing too.
Well, thanks a lot, Bill, Naomi, and Stephen, for your time here. And everybody get over to sharepointna.com and register today, and we'll see you in Vegas.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you.